Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? So good morning. It is Wednesday morning and I have my son off to his last robotics class, and then he's going to be going to his dad's house for the next couple of days, and I have so much cleaning I need to do. We made 32 robots, you guys, 32 robots this weekend. Actually 33, because I got a new kid in my class, so I made robots for my class and for his class for Valentine's Day. Let me show you what I have. So for my class, I put all of them in little bags that say Happy Valentine's Day with the kid's name on it, and we've taped them up. I have done this every year for Valentine's Day for one of my kids. I've had 3 boys, and so they're just so cute, you guys, aren't they? This year we used pudding and applesauce as the head. I always do googly eyes, and sometimes I put a mouth on, sometimes I don't. But this time I just put a piece of construction paper on, as the mouth. Got Smarties, a sucker, and I got Sunburst as the feet, and a little Hershey Kiss hat on top. So, yeah. You guys, this is just a great way of showing my kids I love them and showing them, wish them a happy Valentine's Day. You guys, it's been amazing as a teacher to be able to do these type of things too for my class, not just for my own boys. With that said, I'm making coffee. It's about ready to go off. And I'm ready to get my day started now. I have my coffee and I am going to be doing dishes here. And then I have a blueberry muffin. I'm gonna sit down and eat for breakfast today and do a load of laundry. You guys, I have so much laundry to do. I haven't done laundry in a couple days. I have cleaned up and organized my son's room and my room, and I still need to finish up my room on my office side of things. And so I am going to be doing that probably tomorrow night. Tonight I have Bible study. And I'm just feeling very, very blessed right now with my life, the way it's going. I do have the weekend to work really hard on my reselling business, and so I'm going to be doing that. So I want to talk to you guys about something that is really near and dear to my heart that I am really thinking about getting involved in, and it's part of working as a daycare teacher. I have really gotten into learning more about becoming a foster parent. As a single mom, I didn't think it was possible, but after talking to the moms up there, right now is a good time for me to start thinking about, you know, do I want to become a foster parent? And one of my goals in getting my house in order is to prepare to become a foster parent. I would love to be a foster parent, and it would be a foster to adopt situation that I would like to apply for. And so I am working really, really hard on getting my house in order, getting my life in order, and taking some classes so I can learn more about what it's going to take for me to do that in the near future. It's not something I want to do this year, but it is something that I want to prepare to do. I've always thought, as being a foster parent, I would have to have like a house, and I would have to be married, and I would have to have their own room. But what I have come to find out, that if I get a child that is a boy, and I have all boys, then I can actually have them share a room. The only stipulation is they have to have their own bed, and they have to have a closet space of their own, and they have to have 3 drawers and a dresser to themselves. So I got all those things. And if it's a girl, then I would have to probably give her my room and not sleep with her. And so it is something that, you know, I just really want to prepare for my future. My kids are getting older now, who are almost to the point where they're not living with me anymore. So, you know, I'm kind of in that transition time. I am going to focus on just being mom to my boys that I have right now. And then it's something that we're talking about as a family, becoming a foster parent. And so I'm super excited about that God laid that on my heart. You know, I've always wanted to be a foster parent or to adopt. I've always wanted to adopt someone who nobody really wanted. I've always wanted and had a desire to be a parent to someone that is less fortunate. And as a Christian, I just think that, you know, God says that we are to love the children and take care of the children. And there's just so many families out there who are just not being good parents out there. There's fathers who aren't stepping it up as being the men and head of the household. There are there's just a lot of families that are on drugs, and people out there who are just barely getting by, you know, and financially I'm barely getting by as a single mom. And so I know that I'm not ready to be a foster parent, and I do know that you get paid to be a foster parent, but I am not doing it for that. I would like to do it just because I'm a daycare worker and I love children and I love being a mom. And I feel so very blessed with the boys that God has given to me. And I just want to be a mom to kids who don't have a parent in their life. And so I never want to stop being a mom. I'm a grandma and I love being a grandma. And I love that I can have these people in my life that I can love unconditionally. And I want to continue to love others unconditionally. I love my kids at the daycare that I work at unconditionally. And so, yeah, I just am working on doing these things in my life that is going to help with being a foster mom. And doing all this laundry that I didn't do this weekend is one of those things. So I am going to get caught up on all of that, and I'm going to work really hard on my reselling business this weekend. And okay, my coffee's done, the dishes are done. I have taken my laundry downstairs, started a load of laundry this morning, and now let's get my muffin and let's go sit down on the couch and do some laundry. All right, guys, I'm eating my muffin right here. Oh my gosh, this blueberry muffin is delicious. I have been so very blessed as a single mom to get some free food from some friends of mine, and it's helped me financially to be able to get some food for free. I am trying really hard to stay off of food stamps and trying really hard to stay off of government assistance as I am working on financially getting myself stable again on my own. I really do not want to be in the system. I do not want my kids to be in the system. I want to be self-efficient as a mother, and I want to be self-efficient as a single mother to my kids, and I want to be able to provide as if I had two incomes. And it's been a struggle going through a divorce. I'm not going to lie about that. It's a struggle financially, especially when you have that ex-spouse who does not want to support their children. And I am part of some Facebook groups, and these women get so upset that their husband doesn't want to support the kid of the marriage. But if they don't want to, because they don't feel like it's a need to, then that's on them as far as I'm concerned. I really feel like as a single mom who's a Christian, I'm not a beggar. And I want to do things as God has led me to do things for my kids. And so if I have a 15-year-old who wants to move out and they want to live with their father, I am going to allow that to happen. I don't want to argue about it. I want to support that child in making that decision on their own. And that's what I'm going through right now. I want to be able to support my children in the decisions they make, whether they want to be a part of my life or they don't want to be a part of my life, because I want to allow my boys especially to make decisions on their own, no matter how hard it is for me to sit and watch, and no matter how bad it hurts me. I am struggling as a single mom. I can't provide financially like their fathers can for them. And because of my circumstances of being married and then having everything taken away from me and starting over from scratch, it's been a struggle for me. Emotionally, going through a divorce where I have just been emotionally, financially harassed and abused. I am tired. I am tired of the system. This is what happens when you are a single mom and you're married to someone who is unequally yoked as you as a Christian. I lost everything in my divorce, and I'm starting over from scratch. And I don't want a new family. And so when I talk about being a foster mom, this is something that I want to do as my kids are making their choices of not wanting to be part of my family. I love my family. I love my boys. I love my life that I have right now. It is a struggle. But with that said, it doesn't change who I am. I am a Christian, and I want to love other children and give them homes and give them a life that they don't have a choice in. And I want to give stability in someone's life who will accept it and who wants that in their life. And I'm praying about it. It's not something that I want to do this year. Like I said, it is a desire that God has given to me. I've had it for many years. As the same as starting my own business. God has laid it on my heart for many, many years. Starting this YouTube channel, God had laid it on my heart when I was a single mom before. And so I think through my divorce this time around, God has really laid it on my heart on what it is He wants for me in my life, in my future. Number one is to focus on Him in every decision I make. So I will not be making a decision on being a foster parent until I get actively into it. I would like to be financially stable before I do that. I would like to have a bigger home for me and my kids for when that time comes. But no matter what happens in my life, I am still focusing on the desires that God has given to me. I am going to do it as a single mom. I told my 10-year-old this weekend that I'm going to probably get another full-time job. I am going to work myself into the ground until I can financially support us. And doing YouTube videos here, I'm going to be working on that, getting better at videotaping and editing, and I'm going to be messing around with things here on YouTube. You guys will start seeing some changes on my channel. You're going to see changes within me. I have, I think, recovered from the pain of the divorce for the most part. I think I am recovered. Divorce care had told me it would take about 2 years, and I am at a point in my life where judgments have been made. I got screwed in the legal system. I'm going to now turn around and take what has happened to me and fight. Fight for family, faith, and freedom, and the Constitution of the United States of America. I'm going to fight for motherly rights. I'm going to start fighting for political rights, educational rights in our community, Christian rights as far as faith. And I'm going to be joining these organizations that are really help moms out there fight for what's right and what's godly and biblical. And so this is what God has led me to do in my divorce. I know all of you guys going through a divorce are on different levels through your journey. And I just want you as a Christian to keep your focus on God, and He will guide you in the direction He wants you to go. God has really laid it on my heart, mission field. So I'm trying to learn more about what I need to do to become a missionary, and what I need to do financially to get to the point where I can feel comfortable enough to go on a mission trip. I don't have a destination yet that God has told me to. It may just be right here in my community. I do know that God wants me to help other single moms and start a nonprofit organization. So I'm going to be working on that for this year. I have a lot of goals that God has laid on my heart as I'm moving forward in 2024. And I have kind of dropped a little hints here and there on what I'm going to be doing with you guys. And so I wanted to share this journey with you, and I'm just feeling so very blessed right now. I think that's why Satan is attacking me spiritually a lot this year. And in 2023, I am just going to put it bluntly, I went through hell and back in the legal system with my ex-spouse filing a motion to modify, taking all my parental rights away from me because I didn't have an attorney, because I was poverty. And legally, he took away all of the child support. He took away all control and decision making when it comes to my kids. And I was struggling with that, because all I want to be is a mother. It hurts so bad when you're a Christian and you have a family, and that man in your life wants to just rip everything away from you that God has given to you, that God has blessed your marriage with, and they want to walk away from your family, and they want to just abandon you and abandon the children, and they want to just take because they feel like they're owed. They worked hard for, like me, 10 years of marriage, and I was a stay-at-home mom, and you don't get credit for that. You don't get credit for doing your husband's laundry. You don't get credit for doing your kids' laundry. You don't get credit for cleaning the house and keeping it clean. You don't get credit for all the hard work you did as a mom who was in that marriage. You don't get credit. The government doesn't give you credit for being a stay-at-home mom. It's very, very sad, you guys. Very, very sad that God gives you these gifts and people just feel like they can control you in all your decision making as you're moving through with your life. And one thing I could tell you as a single parent now is I could only live my life making the decisions that I make on my own. And I don't want to be poor me. I don't want to be, oh, my husband did this, my husband did that. I don't want to be like that. I want to be one of those parents who's just like, you know what? If you're not going to help support, I'm going to do it on my own, even if it takes me to the grave. I want to do it with God beside me, you know? My husband left. I want to do it with God beside me. As a Christian, I want to do what's right. And I want to be a mom because God gave me my children. I am going to be the best darn mom I possibly can be. And I'm going to take care of the responsibilities I have as a mother. My identity is in Jesus Christ. And as a single mom, God has really just given me the desires to do what I can with what I've got. And so moving forward for 2024, even though I've been through hell and back here on this earth, I'm going to look forward to being with Jesus Christ. And I'm going to look forward to the life that God has prepared for me moving forward in the future. And so I just want to share my journey with you on a daily basis, the things I go through, my life in general, even if it's boring, like doing laundry and doing dishes and doing some devotionals with you guys. I don't want to hold back. I don't want to keep secrets. I don't want to be fake. I started this channel so I was able to help other single moms who is going through what I'm going through. And that is the great thing about joining these Facebook groups that I have joined. These moms, they are all working together in helping each other. And we've become a community of being able to share each other's journeys. There was a woman this morning who is going through what I'm going through. She said she wants to give over her parental rights for her 15-year-old who has decided he wants to live with his father. And I can encourage her, don't give up your parental rights. Let that child at that age make their decision. But don't give up your parental rights. And that is something that I am not going to do. I'm never going to give up my parental rights. I want my parental rights. I want to be a mom. And that is one of the things that's most important to me, is being a mom. But let that child make that decision. If they want to live with that father, then let them live with that father. I can only do with what I have. I can only live my life for me and take care of the responsibilities that God has given to me. And so, you know, with that said, this is my life. I'm a single mom, and I have a future of being a single mom. I am not moving forward into a new relationship just to make it. I am going to rely on God and stay faithful in my marriage and stay faithful with what God has called me to be as a Christian. And so moving forward, I'm going to be taking care of my home, my children, my property that I have, myself, my future, and I'm going to be sharing all of this with you guys. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this morning. I got to get ready for work, and I pray that you guys have a blessed day. Tonight I will not be making a video because I'm going to be going to Bible study. I need Bible study during the week. It really helps support me in my spiritual growth, and I encourage you guys to find those groups that will encourage you and support you and give you advice, and as you're going through your journey, because the healing process going through your divorce is going to be a bumpy ride. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to be taken away from you that you never thought could possibly happen. And there's going to be a lot of evil attacks against you, especially if you're a Christian. And so be prepared. Be prepared. Armor up in Jesus Christ. And so I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. And I will do a video for you guys tomorrow, hopefully getting my office all cleaned up and doing a tour of that. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.